Tuhoia Junior, Ricky. I come from New Zealand, a little small town place over there called Raglan. It's on the west coast.
Yeah. And how long have you been in Australia?
Since 2017, 6 years, 5 years, 6
Oh,
years.
that's that.
Yeah, he's not long, not long. It's easier for Māoris over here, I reckon, because we don't have the same stigma of back home. Back home, it's a bit of racism. If you're Māori, it's harder to get things back home, like in terms of job, housing, medical. I like it here. Petrol's cheap, food's cheap, and we're not frowned upon like Māoris or Polynesians as much as it is like back home with mindset. Some people still think they're Britain and invading and they still have that attitude. Yeah. I moved over here, I got away from the racism back home, invisible racism. I mean, three people go for a house, I won't get it. You know, yeah, yeah. Oh, still, yeah, you can see it, but not towards Māoris.
Specifically.
Yeah, it's to other people. Other races, I can see it, but I'm just, at this stage, I'm glad it's not me anymore.
How does that make you feel in your own home? You get a special stigma towards racism, towards
Like
minorities.
back home, it's something we've grown up with. It's changing slowly. It went from hard out racism to invisible racism. So they say it's changing, but like I said before, if three people went for a house, myself included, I'd never get the house simply because of the colour of my skin.
And your background.
Yeah,
But do you see any difference between the younger generation now compared to your time?
yeah. The younger generation now are more into electronics and stuff like that, whereas in my time we had to make fun. Cut a tree down, cut the branches off, and make a bow and arrows, or something like that, and we're always outside. Didn't have PlayStations in my day. It was Atari, but the flashiest thing we had at school when I was leaving school was calculators. Computers weren't in school then. It's not so much them, the younger generation, it's our generation giving them opportunities. So they do have opportunities to, instead of them thinking that all they're going to just play on their PlayStation or on a computer. Uh, I suppose just like I have sons that are young, and when they're given opportunities, they take it. So that's basically, I think, what they need is opportunities. Give them a go. Yeah, yeah, because racism's changing, even though it's invisible now. It's still they have more opportunities nowadays than I had back in my day. It was limited. You either go that way or that way. Now they have a bit more. How can I say? Options.
Options. And kids move around more often.
Yeah, yeah. I wish my kids came over here. Never mind New Zealand. It's better over here. Like I got a job. This is the first time I'm 48 years old, and this is the first permanent job I've ever had in my life. And it's taken me to come to Australia for that to happen. Never got it back home. They always hired me for 3 months, sacked me, and then hired me for 3 months, sacked me. So I gave up on that, and I used to sell drugs back home. I gave up on it. The system wasn't for me back there, so
That must be the hard life. The hard, like, to make money that way.
yeah, it is. Being on the benefits, it's not the one. You really want a job, but and you can't really survive on a benefit back in New Zealand, so you supplement it with selling drugs. Well, marijuana. I didn't sell any A class like all them flash white people.
Yeah.
All I could afford was marijuana, so I don't really know because my tip was I came over here. I'd given up on life back home. It was too hard. My kids they're growing and they're handling it. If you go with the system um, and keep on top of things, it's pretty. You have an all right life. But once something happens in your life, say you get not allowed to drive, your lifesaver basically back there. You're stuck on a benefit.
Would you ever go back home? I know it's early, but would you go back?
Yeah, I'd go back home. But yeah, I miss home. I haven't been home in 5, 6 years. Go home at the end of this year.
Yeah.
Just for a week. I don't want to stay there too long. Never back down.
Never back down.
No retreat, no surrender.
Yeah. Big lessons for you.
My mum was one of those people that was be proud, never walk around with her head held down. Always hold your head up high and be rightful in your life. Don't do silly things, don't steal, don't lie. Things like that. My mum didn't like lies, she didn't like thieves, so we pretty much got a dong from her if we did any of those things. And I suppose I came away from it being that type of person. I don't like lies. I don't steal. And just be good in life to people. Be humble. Never be like him. He was a bit of a character, so he taught me what not to do by his actions. One thing I learned from my dad was to be humble, and he taught us that be humble, punctual, and honest.